Yep.
Okay, so, Miss, can I know what your name is?
Delna.
Where are you from?
I'm from India.
Okay, you're from India. So I just want to know, what's your first impression of Malaysia when you first got here?
I was a little taken aback by all the kinds of people I saw. Because in my head, I imagined Malaysia to have only Chinese people.
Okay.
So when I came here and I saw a large number of Indians and Malays and Chinese, I was really confused. And it took a little getting used to understanding how they all came here. And actually coming to terms with the fact that these Indians are not the same as Indians that I grew up with. They are from just one corner of India, and we have no common culture, honestly. But everyone just assumes, oh, you're from India, do you speak Tamil? Oh.
So you don't. What about the people?
People are really friendly, but the language is a big problem because
A big boundary.
yeah, because even if you speak English with most people, they have a difficulty understanding what we're saying because of our accents and the diction. So it gets really hard for us because even if you go to a restaurant to order food, it's impossible to explain. Ask them like, is this chicken? Is this pork? Is this fish?
I get that.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything you like here in Malaysia?
I like my house that I got
Okay.
because the uni accommodation was terrible. It was like a jail cell.
Okay.
But yeah, the transport system is good here. Like the buses and the trains, they work well. They go really full, but at least they run.
So you don't have your own transport. You just take the public transport.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not yet because the Malaysian traffic freaks me out. People just zoom from anywhere and cut lanes, and
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. No.
So clearly you have a lot of things you don't like about Malaysia. So
A few.
A few.
I don't like the weather.
the weather,
There's just monsoon.
monsoon.
It's hot, humid, and it rains all the time.
So you don't like rain.
I like a little bit of rain. Cause
Not all the time.
Not all the time. We need to have different seasons. I know it's not like you all decided, oh, we'll have just one weather, but yeah, we need to be more, like, we need to prepare the international students for that this is what you're getting into, which no one tells you. No one tells you how different the food here is and how difficult it is to adapt to the local food. Not easy.
Okay, about the food, is there any food you like at all?
Yeah. I like the Chinese food you get here.
Chinese food?
The Chinese food is really good. Like
Okay.
most of our meals are the Chinese food. We barely eat any Malay food.
So we have Indian food here. Is there like anything similar?
See, you have to realize that Malaysia is really small. India isn't that small. It's huge. We have like over 20 states. So the Indians here are from a maximum of 2 states. One state that is the complete southern tip and one state that is up north. And all the Indian food we have here is from that tiny little southern state. Every state has its own food.
So it's a lot different.
It's very different. It's very different. Like the thosai that you get here. Like that is what you would get in a typical South Indian restaurant. It's not that every Indian restaurant will serve it. No. Indian cuisine runs over a wide range of
So
foods.
in Malaysia, our Indian food is pretty much just,
It's
like,
limited. It's like tandoori chicken naan, which is from up north. That's all they got from up north. There's a whole huge list
So
of
it's like,
foods that you can get, but they just got that. And from down south, there's just the thosai and the vade. That's all they have. Oh, Indian food. No, it's no.
Okay, so you're studying in UPM. How do you find the students here, the other students?
The students are really helpful. Like they know that being an outsider gets really difficult for us. The students have been really helpful, and especially with all the signs, all the faculties, their names are written in Malay. And all our timetables just have these weird acronyms on them, which is impossible for us to understand because we don't know the Malay words. So every time we've got to like text someone and ask them, can you find out where this building is or what this acronym means? So yeah, the students are very helpful.
What about the lecturers?
Lecturers also, initially understanding the accent was really hard. Like the first 2 weeks we were finding it so difficult to cope with. Because by the time you understand what she's saying and absorb what she tried to mean from that sentence, it's too late. Like she said so much more. But now we've kind of gotten used to their accents.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, is it easy for you to make friends here?
Yeah. That's what I said. I said people are really friendly. They
So
there's a lot of them that are really friendly, and it's easy to communicate with. But then there's a certain group that's really hesitant to talk to us because we speak only English, and because they don't speak English that
they're
well.
intimidated.
So they are very hesitant to talk to us and just very unapproachable in certain ways.
Yeah, it's like the culture. They're not used to the language, English especially.
Yeah, and especially since we are like outsiders, it's like oh, the outsiders.
Yeah. You guys are,
Aliens.
we're. It's a bit harsh, but our people are a bit close-minded.
Yes,
So it's really hard to, experience new things.
Yep.
Do you have a place where you hang out with after class or?
Not really, no. We just head back home and mostly we chill at home.
Chill at home.
Because I live with another friend who's also an international student. We're both girls. So getting around just the two of us is a little difficult because there's a lot of catcalling that happens and it just creeps us out completely. Like,
how's the environment here? Is it more hectic here than in India?
Like uni life is hectic because we're doing medical, so that drives us crazy. But no, otherwise, what I find is people are really laid back and chilled. They don't even walk fast. Like I'm actually like trying to overtake them and like get in front of them all the time. Yeah, no, they just walk really slowly and they're really sensitive. Like things that we would overlook and not think about. People think about it like over and over again and think a million times before saying it. Like, okay, we made a last minute plan and a certain group of friends went out. They will be so careful not to let another person know, saying, oh no, you feel bad. Just tell him it was last minute, it's no big deal. So in certain ways they're like really, really petty and sensitive about tiny things. It's just strange because we aren't used to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you go back home often?
No, not really, because we had a 1 week gap in November. But
That's
it was
pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all we had so far, and that wasn't really long enough to go back home because I would spend 2 days traveling, which meant I would get only 5 days back home. And flying all the way back to India is kind of expensive.
Yeah, probably during the semester break.
Yeah, probably, and even more during that time because it's the Diwali break, right? So Indians everywhere are either trying to fly back to India or get out of India on holiday. So getting on a flight at that time is really difficult. But we do have a sem break, so I'm gonna try and go home then.
And you miss home?
A lot, yes. I miss home. I miss home food, and the fact that my room would get cleaned on its own and I didn't have to do all of that. Recording.
Okay, so the last question.